22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
One for one, a lot more to go. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a credit to tackle to Percy Butler. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and hope.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Drill 52. Watch. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right, 97. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Claw, 10. Strike. Yellow, blue.
They'll look to throw here. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here. And a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Slot man moves right.
Red, cycle. Right, white.
On play action, they'll throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Hey, go steal. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On the ready. Pause red.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On the double.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Double 38.
They're going to try and throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
17.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Cortland Sutton from 13 yards out. And the Niners get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie. See what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
52.
Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hey, Alpha! Bravo!
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
You got bombers. 6, 4, 5.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Here we go, set. You go, perfect.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run on first down. Porter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready, set. 14, spell. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Carter.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down carry for Henry.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now receiver in motion left. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bryan Edwards, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game.
49ers 7. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
You got Thomas. You got Thomas. Hey, hold it.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
49ers 7. Rodrigo Blankenship is set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll try and throw for it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On the ball.
Henry running right. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Got it.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
49ers 7. Rodrigo Blankenship is set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
At the 19-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Slide through.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Red. Yo, blue. Black Ultra. Blue Striker. Green Jacket. Black Jacket. Red, yellow. Hut.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Recon, 152 fighter. Pilot, 64, reach. Hey, you.
On first down, Lawrence.
That one caught by Carter. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
A 4-yard loss.
Come on, 38. Ready?
Looking to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
We go! Move your force! Move!
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
Haywood West! Hey, Haywood!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown. A big play there, 46 yards.
And the Jaguars continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 13. Rodrigo Blankenship is set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
17.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the ready.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
10 cycles. Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Been
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Bristol, Travis. Hey, see six. See six. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by David Long. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is the ball comes out. Touchdown, 49ers. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, it's Porter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Carter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We two-jet bombers. We two-jet bombers.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, 7. Recon, 132 fighter. Yep.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Derrick Henry. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
52 blaster. Striker, 3-3.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 13.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline,